Hello and welcome. If you're new here and wondering what this is, then this is my crash damage Surly Midnight Special, which I've just filmed a video on stripping down and going through the details of the crash and the extent of the damage. So if you want to see that, then click on my channel and you can have a look at that. But for now, this is just going to hang up on my wall as a bit of a memory, and I've bought a new bike finally. So let's get this out the stand and we'll drag the new bike out. All right, let's go get it. It's a big box. So that's clue number one. So because it is a brand to customer bike directly, it doesn't touch a bike shop. Although I work in a bike shop, I genuinely couldn't build this bike for the price that they're selling it for. So yeah, it is come direct from Ribble, which means that the bike is going to be 90% assembled. So I have filmed a video in the past of building a box bike, which would normally be sort of 60% assembled. Well, basically you wouldn't get the wheels in and you'd have to set up a lot of the brakes. Whereas I think because this bike is direct from brand to customer, it's going to all be PDI'd. But I'm a mechanic and I do this for a living, so any adjustments that need doing I can do. Box of bits, packaging as usual. See, this is replacing my broken bike. I didn't really know what to get. Like going from a steel bike, what do you go for? Do you go for a carbon bike? Do you get another steel bike? So this is what I've ended up with. I think. So what is it? That is the question. I think that's it. So that's a big old box. Let's get the box out of the way. So it is a titanium Ribble Ribble Gravel bike. I don't know what it's called, but it's a titanium frame, Mavic wheels, wireless SRAM APEX gears. So I've had wireless before. My old mountain bike had XO1 AXS or AXS when it first came out. I do rate it. It is good. You don't have any cable stretch. So I have had experience with wireless gears before. Carbon forks, carbon seat post, it'd be alloy bars, hydraulic brakes, titanium frame. And yeah, maybe have a guess on how much you think a bike like that should be worth. So, and then at the end, I will tell you how much I paid for it. So it might just be worth me getting the seat post out of the box first. Okay, already got carbon paste on by the looks of it, but if you didn't know, if you're putting a carbon post in a frame rather than grease, you want to just use a carbon paste, which is just a bit more gritty, stops the post from slipping. Let's just whip that out now. Tyres are pumped up, cool. It's quite light. Okay, so start stripping off the bubble wrap. Make sure you don't cut through your cables when you're cutting the tape. Some of this bubble wrap might be quite useful for my engine components out of my Honda motorbike that I'm restoring. So if you're interested in a motorbike, then I'm currently restoring a 1975 Honda CB550 that's come from America. But if you're just here for the push bike stuff, then that's fine. So I think these bars are 42mm wide, which is what I was running before. I have tried different bars, so I was at one point running 46s. But I snapped my collarbone a couple of years ago, and ever since then I've not really got on with a wide gravel bar just because of the angle that my arms are going at. I might be alright now, but I've actually preferred going a little bit narrower. So just aluminium bars, aluminium stem, sealed headset. Just quite good. Wow, first thing I will say is it's packaged well. If you're looking at getting one of these bikes, then you can be worry free. And the nice thing about wireless is you've only got 2 cables to worry about: your front brake and your rear brake. Your shifters are wireless, just runs off a little battery, and you've never got to change a gear cable, which is always good. So my old bike was 1x11 with a 1142 cassette, and I think this is 12 speed 1144. So a little bit more help up the hills, but then it is running a larger chainring on the front. So I have done a video on building a box bike before, which I do go into some details about like fitting stems and stuff like that, but make sure that your stem gap is equal unless it states otherwise. So sometimes there is arrows that say no gap or just arrows, but look out for that. It's becoming a bit of a popular thing where you've got no gap at the top and a gap at the bottom, but this is just a normal stem. So it'd be quite interesting. It's got riser drop bars on here with a bit of flare by the looks of it, so it'd be interesting to see how the bike compares to my old bike. Let's get the bars somewhat in the middle. Obviously all of this I'll adjust when the bike's on the floor. So yeah, only thing I've had to do so far is put the bars on. They need to be rolled back more, don't they? So I'm not a huge fan of tan tyres with black tread on them, like just a generic tan wall. I've run them on BMXs in the past and maybe a jump bike in the past, but on gravel bikes I'm not too sure. I might put the pink tyres on, or I might just put just black tyres. I've got just black versions of these tyres that I had on my Surly very briefly. Okay, so I'll adjust my bars more when the bike's on the floor. And then I wonder, yeah, gears are all ready to go. So I'm assuming, yeah, that's what I quite like about this gravel AXS, AXS, what do you call it? AXS or AXS? I don't know. But yeah, my friend's got AXS on his propane gravel bike, and I do quite like the fact that you've just got up and down rather than having like up down. You got left right, and then if you've got like a wireless dropper post, you can just click both and then the dropper post actuates. But yeah, on this one you've just got up down gears. So we'll just quickly check the gear indexing. And it is always just seamless. I mean, if it ever goes out of line, you've either knocked your hanger. Well, that's it really. You've probably just knocked your hanger. You can download like the Sram app and set your gears up and index them. And then there is a mode where you can set it up to trim the gears left and right. So yeah, wireless gears. You've got a battery here which comes out, so you can buy multiples of these. They're not that expensive, 50 quid I think. Take about an hour to charge. And then you've got the little, tend to have a little green light. Yeah, so when the green light, if you can see that, there's a green light there. When that turns to red, it's indicating that the battery is low, but you've still got quite a while before that battery runs out completely. So I've never really been caught out, unless you're getting lazy and you're thinking, I can run it on red for ages, and you just never bother charging it. I don't think you're ever really going to get caught out, but sometimes a good idea to have a spare battery. Flat mount calipers on here, so similar brakes to what I had before, just the newer versions, just SRAM Apex. A bit draggy, that might be a little bit too tight. Dub bottom bracket, not a huge fan of dub bottom brackets. Don't tend to last too long, so maybe I'll swap that out for a Hope bottom bracket at some point, but I'll see how long that lasts. Might as well whilst it's on here. Mavic wheels with sealed hubs, center lock discs, Mavic rims, they'll be tubeless ready, but they'll just be set up with inner tubes for now. And this bike does come with like a 30-day guarantee, so you're able just to take it out, test ride it, see if you like it, see if the size is right for you, and if it's not, you can send the bike back. So I think that's pretty good peace of mind when you're buying a bike off the internet, just direct from the brand. Carbon forks, if I mentioned that already. Obviously the cranks are just aluminium. Carbon posts, Sella Italia, what is it, X3 saddle. It's quite a short one as well. I quite like a short saddle for multiple reasons. I normally run a Pro Logo 143, which is off my Surly. See how I get on with this, but I might end up swapping it out. I've got 2 of those actually. I've got some XT pedals, so some mountain bike Shimano XT pedals to go on here. What size is this chain ring? So it's a 40-tooth chain ring with an 1144 cassette. So I think that'll be pretty good. I ran 44 on the road and 46 on the road, and then I had a 34 on the front with an 1142 cassette. So yeah, be interesting to see how it climbs. So yeah, it's a titanium frame. First time ever having a titanium frame. Looks like there's a bit of chainstay protection on there that hasn't stuck down. Just get that. It's almost like a bit of Invisi frame that they've put on for frame protection, but it's just come unstuck. So yeah, first time ever having a titanium frame. I think every cyclist always dreams of one day having a titanium frame. It's probably one of the more premium frames. So designed in the UK. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't be made in the UK, but it's always good to deal with the UK brand and not have to send it overseas or anything to get your money back or have any issues with it. Much quieter, freer body on the Mavic Hub. Whether I'll keep these, I would like to run some deeper dish carbon rims, but there's no real need to unless I break these lower spoke counts. What are we on? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. So I was running 32 spokes in my last bike, but these are 28 front and rear. Sealed hub bearings, apex cranks, just make sure that's not between gears. And yeah, that's it. Okay, so I think I'm just going to wrap that up now. It looks like it's about to rain, looks a bit stormy. So yeah, this is the gravel bike replacement for my Surly Midnight Special. It's a Ribble GI Ti or something like that. I'll put some specs in the description below. But yeah, I couldn't believe how cheap this bike is as a complete. I do work in a bike shop, so I have access to trade prices, but I genuinely don't think I could build this up for the money that they're going for. So titanium frame, carbon forks, sealed headset, obviously just alloy bars, Apex group set, AXS wireless. We've got Mavic wheels on there, Sella Italia seat, carbon seat post, Pirelli tyres. I would have priced this at about £4,000. So this bike full retail is £3,000, and I got it in a sale for £500 off that. So the bike was £2,500, and they're selling this frame and fork combo for £2,100, and the group set, so the cranks, cassette, derailleur and brakes and stuff, is £900 full retail. So that's already £3,000 without the rest of the finishing kit. It's raining, it's just about to hammering it down, I think. So I'm going to end that now. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think of the bike in the comment section below. And yeah, I think this is probably the best value gravel bike on the market, or at least the best value, good spec titanium gravel bike. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. British weather, eh?